Languages through music. Languages through music. Languages through music. Languages through music.
So, welcome everybody to the Languages Through Music podcast. It's a very special project with Beaux-Arts Afropolitan Forum for Swahili Through Music, and very honored to have incredible rapper, artist from Tanzania, Fid-Q, joining us today. Karibu.
Asante sana, Language Music.
Thank you so much for making time.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a, it was a tough one, but I had to. Sometimes a man gotta do what he got.
Thank you so much. Just have some questions for you. I'm really interested in how music links languages and links to memory. So could you tell us what your earliest music memory is?
Wow.
Is it a song? Is it a music video?
Yeah.
Is it a...
Yeah, I'm about to get there. I'm old school. So when Wu-Tang came out with the song titled Triumph, Inspector Deck said it like, I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies. I was like, Socrates? Who is Socrates? And like I said, I'm old school. I had to go dig deep into the so-called encyclopedias.
Mm-hmm.
There were no Google back then.
Yeah.
So in that process, I came across so many names,
mm-hmm.
from Socrates to Albert Einstein to to the modern Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But that's how we started. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, started with these two bars from Inspector Deck, like, I bomb atomically, Socrates' philosophies. I was like, what kind of philosophies are those? Mm-hmm. I had to go and double check. You understand what I mean? So, so when Lauren came up with a statement that says music is supposed to inspire, I truly co-signed with that statement, because I was inspired with, people via their lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? And that's how music used to be to me, and that's what the type of music that I would love to hear and see everywhere.
Absolutely.
Just my opinion, personal.
Yeah. I share it. I was interested on your YouTube channel. There's the tagline 100% edutainment, and it's rare that I see that word edutainment, but that's one of my favorite kind of combinations of words, because I think that's what all education should be. So what first inspired this edutainment movement? Is it linked to, from my small research, I read up on bongo flavor, bongo meaning brain, and it being a kind of socially conscious movement. So what was your inspiration behind 100% edutainment?
100% edutainment, because I'm more of an edutainment type of musician than just entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to educate my people before entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm more into community-based stuffs, and my music is about uplifting, especially the have-not and the ghetto people. And I'm saying the ghetto people, I'm talking about the ones who actually ditched schools at the very early ages and stuff like that. So that's what my music is all about. It's about educating people. And I remember this one day I was at the University of Dar es Salaam, UDSM, and I met this one professor. He's actually one of my favorite professors out there. His name is Isa Shivji. He told me, like, Fidi, you know what? I'm a professor, you're not. But how the hell you are able to put stuffs in 16 bars, stuffs that will take me the whole, you understand what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like 100 pages to explain to my students, like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree with your professor. You can put so much information in 16 bars.
Yeah, so it all started with the idea of reading for fun.
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying to dig up or something, when you're trying to educate people, or maybe all you do is just trying to put them to school.
Yeah.
You have to research, and sometimes you might become your own mad scientist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you do your own research just for your own self and everything. So in digging those stuffs, that's how maybe I got to the ability of pulling stuffs that will take him like 100 pages.
Yeah.
But
so you speak Swahili and English. Did you speak both from a young age, or did you learn English later?
Actually, my English used to be good back then, and it all got mixed up.
Your English is perfect. What are you talking about?
It used to be good back then, but it got mixed up with Swahili. Busy writing my lyrics in Swahili for the majority to understand what exactly I'm talking about, and that's how we ended.
Who are your favorite, or who were your most inspiring artists in Swahili speaking rappers that first inspired you?
I was inspired by Kwanzaa Unit, the first hip hop group from Tanzania. It's called Kwanzaa Unit. Kwanzaa is the first.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kwanzaa Unit. You see how deep they are? Calling themselves is the first hip hop group.
Yeah.
And, from Kwanzaa Unit to Hard Blasters to Hard Blasters is the one which came out with Professor J. I hope you know the name. He's actually one of the heavyweight MC out here.
Mm-hmm.
And to Mr. Tu Sugu, to Diplomats, and the list goes on and on. But what I like mostly about Kwanzaa Unit is they were like versatile. Like they were really good in they could speak in Swahili and in English. They were bilinguals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that truly got me inspired. Especially, I looked at them as my huge inspiration because I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And and seeing people like speaking both languages, to me that was something. I was like, you know what, I gotta learn something here. Maybe also to use both languages. Yes.
Yeah, I love the mix too. How sometimes you be listening and half a line's in Swahili, half a line's in English, and there's just this ease of communication. Do you feel that one language is better for a certain thing than another? Are there things that you feel you can express in Swahili that is harder to do in English, or certain vibes that are harder to explain?
I think it has everything to do with the vibe, plus because I don't decide like in this song I'm gonna put a little half English, half Swahili. No, it just happened to be, and I'm an artist. As far as creativity is concerned, I go where my thoughts takes me. You understand what I mean? So
Sure.
if this is my approach to this beat, I feel like maybe instead of just doing it in Swahili, I should open like maybe a couple of bars in English. I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no limit when it comes to my creativity. I follow my heart.
Yes.
Not even my friend. And that's a
Yes.
because I believe that it's supposed to come from your heart.
Absolutely.
You understand what I mean? That's how you get to connect with people.
Sure.
What you know about when somebody says like, oh, he actually poured his heart out on that song.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Connection, giving, honesty, vulnerability, communication, strength.
There you are.
Yeah.
So I keep telling people that I use my heart, not my brain.
Mm-hmm.
My heart tells me like I should do this in English, I do it.
Yeah.
Swahili, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's that.
Do you have any favorite words or phrases in Swahili?
I think my favorite words are just universal, like asante sana, karibu sana,
Yeah.
nakupenda. They all both sounds humble and very welcoming to people, and calm and positive. Asante sana, like this is me thanking you for being, kind. Nakupenda sana is, I love you, and karibu sana, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean? So they're universal, and they're actually still my favorite Swahili words as well.
Yeah. What I really love with this Language to Music project is no matter which country the song is from, which language, everyone around the planet, we're singing about the same things, writing about the same things. And that's a really nice way that music connects everybody.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
so. I guess Tanzania has been a bit more open in terms of the lockdown, from what I understand. And you've traveled plenty to around Africa with your music and outside Africa with your music. So, do you feel that you have, as a musician, a facility to pick up other languages?
Oh, in 2008, I went on tour, German. I had this German tour with Prince P. Prince P is actually one of the biggest hip hop artists from Berlin, based in Berlin. He was working under this record label named Ich Lieb, something like that. He's now running his own called Ken Lieb. I asked like, what's this Ken Lieb mean? He said like no love or something like that. You know, I don't know. These two had beef, and it could be the reason why they both departed. But what I'm trying to say is, on that tour, I didn't know German at all. But within a week, I could, hear words.
Just from hearing.
German, I'm like, hey, what you say exactly is my thought, whatever. So like, oh, so can you hear German? I was like, yeah, I can hear it. So I started hearing it. It was like a month and a half tour.
Okay.
You understand what I mean? But within the 6 week, I started, speaking a little of it. I even ended up with this German phrase which says, "When Gott gehört, the friendship hof."
What does that mean?
Like, whereas there is money, friendship lost.
I think that could be universally translated.
I don't know. Hey, please do not double check that. Maybe I lied.
I don't know. You speak more German than I do, that's for sure.
Oh, no, I tried, but that's the least I could remember, When Gott gehört, the friendship hof. Something like that.
Your accent sounds 100% convincing to me. I've never studied it. But I've heard. I mean, Belgium has 3 official languages, and that's the third one. Are there, if you were to learn any other African languages, which one would you want to start with?
That question sounds like, where is my huge inspiration when it comes to Africa? And I would say Mali.
Mali.
I love Mali and Senegal. I enjoy each and every music that comes out of Mali and Senegal as well.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Sef Keitas. I'm talking about the Diallo or something. Oh my goodness, that music is something else. Something else. It's only like 2 months ago I just sampled one. I'm about to clear the sample though before releasing the joint. I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit of it.
Is it in Wolof?
Or
Bambara?
Not really. Like I said, I love each and every music that comes from Mali and Senegal. Their traditional music. To me, I don't know, the reason that's with me, like every time I listen to anything from South America, there is a connection in me between those two type of music.
Yeah.
From 2 corners of the world.
Are there other styles of music or other styles of hip hop that you're really drawn to, that even though you don't speak that language?
Actually, what I'm trying to do here, I've done a small research on why Afrobeat is huge now.
Okay.
And I came to realize it's because of the identity in sound. Like when you listen to the Afrobeat, your first thought will be like, this is music from Nigeria or Ghana. But when you listen to African hip hop, what do you hear? Same beats like the Dr. Dre's one, Timbaland's one, DJ Premier's ones. There is no identity in our hip hop sound.
It's more in the vocal, you mean, rather than the production?
It's more of a production than the vocals. The vocals are so African, but the production, the instruments used.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? So to me, it makes me feel like we just bunches of wannabes because we keep producing stuff that sounds like Americans, sounds like Europeans and stuff. There is no difference when you listen to that. You understand what I mean? So my new approach to this is to see how I'll be able to do a little fusion of this African music into the so-called boom bap and get that African sound and maybe brand it as bongo hip hop or maybe Afro rap, Afro hip hop or something for it to be well received to the world.
So really to start that that African identity from the production basis rather than just
from
the
the
vocals.
production basis. Well put. Because I remember I was in Belgium.
Okay.
Brussels to be specific, in one of these restaurants in downtown, and they played something from my favorite musician, whose name is Lokua Kanza.
Oh, amazing!
Yo, I feel like I'm in Africa already.
It's amazing.
You understand what I mean? So, I would so much love to give people such a vibe, whatever they are in the world. It don't matter if you're in China or you're in Japan or you're in Vietnam or something. You listen to my sound, it makes you feel like you're in Africa already. That is so powerful. And mind you, it wasn't even at Matonge. Nope, it was somewhere downtown Brussels.
Yeah. And it's so funny you bring him up because yesterday I was on the phone with a guitarist friend in London who must be in his late 50s, early 60s, and he's from Dominica. Yeah. And he brought up out of nowhere Lokua Kwanzaa. Just
Lokua Kwanzaa. Yeah, Lokua Kwanzaa is I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is he
magical.
It is magical. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is.
Yeah, it's funny. In less than 24 hours, two different wonderful artists bring up Lokua Kanzaa as inspiration, and also he mixes languages so beautifully, I find.
Yes, and he's good with it. He's nice with it. He can actually mix Swahili, French, and English as well.
Yeah.
And Lingala.
Yeah, Lingala is a beautiful language too.
And he sounds natural on everything.
No. Yeah.
We Swahili speakers, we like how we sing in Swahili. I don't know about the French. I don't know about the English people, but we're good. You see what I mean? So.
And so many artists I've interviewed, they always big up Tanzanian Swahili. Just whether they're Congolese or whether they're Kenyan, everyone bigs up Tanzanian Swahili.
Yeah, because this is where you find the original one, despite of all the obstacles and the stereotypes. Like, you started in Mombasa, but the truth is Swahili is born here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This is the home of Swahili.
I have to come back, stay for longer, and steady it there.
And this is the Swahili kid you're talking to now.
Exactly. This is why I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. And it was tough to choose a song, just one song to include in the playlist we're working on for the podcast. But we included Tajiri Yangu. And I was wondering, if you could tell us maybe a little bit about your inspiration behind that song.
Tajiri Yangu is it's like a ghetto gospel, and Tajiri Yangu means my Lord. I was just trying to remind people about his supreme being and stuff like that, to not just to just believe in him and him only. You understand that? That's the song all about. And I actually featured one of the biggest gospel artists, Paul Clement, who has been doing so well in Tanzania and East Africa in general. So I'm glad that it is well received out here, played all over. But it was something rare, even with the approach. I phoned Paul, like, hey Paul, it's Fid-Q here. was like, "Yeah, Fidi, how you doing? I'm a big fan. What is it that you want from me?" I was like, "You know what? I want to do a gospel song with you. Gospel? You? A gangster rapper trying to do gospel?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, that's what Jesus was brought to the world for. Jesus was brought to the world because of us, the sinner human beings, not you." So he laughed at that joke. He laughed at the joke, and next thing is, we meet up at the studio, and the rest is history. Just that.
Amazing. Well,
But
thank you so much.
he loved the idea of the reminder that Jesus was brought to the world for us, the sinner human beings, not you. So how about us now trying to show some positivity as well? It's like, oh,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna come to the studio and record with you. So that's how it works.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure anybody trying to learn Swahili through music is gonna just be amazed that you took the time to come through and chat language and music with us here. So really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your invitation. I really, really highly appreciate it.
Asante, and hope to see you live in concert in Tanzania very soon. Please.
You coming after Rona?
I'm dreaming. This is my daydream, my daily daydream.
Oh. All right, then it seems you can make it to a reality.
Going to have to. As soon as Rona lets us, I'm back to Dar es Salaam for sure.
Some people entertain ideas, others put them to work. So
I'm gonna put them to work.
The choice is all yours. Are you just gonna stick to being an entertainer?
No, I'm gonna make it happen.
Or a go-getter?
A go-getter for sure, with or without Rona.
Yeah. Before or after Rona.
Exactly. Rona can't slow us down. It'll try, but
yeah.
Especially can't slow Tanzania down. Everyone I've spoken to in Tanzania, they're like, we're pushing through. Okay, that's great. So thank you so much, and we'll be discovering even more of your music throughout the project.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fid-Q.
Karibu.
Languages to music.